And welcome back to Late Night Lately, the Late Night Show. I'm your host, Chad White. If you didn't know, this is the late night style program for the website, cpluscomedy.com. Like I just said, if website, go there. Hey, I've got a monologue for you. It's been a long time. Let's get right into it. Over the weekend, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham died. Excuse me, former senator. And it looks like God followed through on one of my prayers. If you're not watching the video, I put up the picture of Mitch McConnell with his wife. Senator Graham's sister, Darlene, was appointed to serve the remainder of her brother's term in the Senate. No word on who's taken over the Grindr account. A photo of Mitch McConnell in the hospital was released to show that he's okay following weeks of going radio silent with the media after a fall at his home, and it looks like he's being held hostage by the Islamic Republic of Japan. I know she's Chinese, just for the sake of that joke. You didn't hear about the Islamic Republic of Japan? Oh, well, get this. President Trump made up a new country called the Islamic Republic of Japan, which I can only assume is his way of boycotting Sony after the company announced that PlayStation is going discless. According to the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, the U.S. military will test service members' testosterone levels because only big, strong men with the hardest erections can blame PTSD when they later kill their families 3 years outside of the service. Senator John Fetterman threatened that he was going to abandon the Democratic Party, which is like when your friend who didn't want to come out in the first place says they're leaving right when you get to the bar. And finally, lettuce at Taco Bell has been confirmed as the source of a diarrhea parasite called Cyclospora that's spread across 5 states. It's just the kind of PR that Taco Bell's food already needed. As if people weren't shitting themselves when they were eating there. Now it's the World Cup of trying to make it to the toilet. Oh, he's going left. Oh, he's going right. Oh, look at him. He's going up the middle. Oh, he didn't make it. Oh, my goodness. And that's all the jokes I have. I was going to say God, but that's not correct. Welcome back. It's been almost a month. Last week, there were the Jimmy Kimmel. He started his vacation. So we had a guest host. It was Tiffany Haddish. I did not watch a second. I don't think I watched The Daily Show last week either. We had 2 out of the 5 remaining shows that are late night shows. Well, I guess 6 technically. I'm not counting Gutfeld. And I don't watch Real Time, but that is technically on the list. Well, technically on the list of late night shows, not on my list to watch. But Tiffany Haddish hosted last week, and she had Octavia Spencer, Jack Whitehall, Alui Carvalho from Moana, Allison Janney, Lil Rel Howery, Shamik Moore, Sarah Silverman, and Liza Colin Zayas. As for, I did this in the exact opposite order. I usually go NBC first. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Ike Barinholtz, not John Barinholtz. It's the one I linked. That's the video I linked to. But Ike Barinholtz hosted this week on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and he had his friends on, including Fortune Feimster and Mindy Kaling. Ben Marshall was there. He also had Joel McHale. Willow performed. Seth Rogen was there as well. Willow sat down for an interview too. And Jeff Tweedy performed. Justin Theroux was there. And then he interviewed John Barinholtz's brother from the TV show Superstore. And they made a movie together, which was really funny, the Thanksgiving movie. And then Alan Barinholtz, his father. Then on the Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, Fallon had, I have to go to the top, it was Odyssey week for Fallon. And they had Tom Holland, Zendaya, Mary Steenburgen from The Dink. I believe that is the Apple TV movie. Let's see. Matt Damon, Anthony Michael Hall was there. Why was he there? Interesting. That's fun. Phoebe Bridgers did a surprise performance. Chrissy Metz was there, and there was a Will Ferrell, Lupita Nyong'o, and Gracie Abrams performed and sat down. She has a new record out, I believe. You know who also has a new record? Rick Ross. It ain't good. And you know it's serious when I say, you know it's not good when I say ain't. All right. Seth Meyers was back as well. He had, along with the closer look segments, and Amber Says What, he had Anne Hathaway, Alan Richardson. Alan Richardson's in a new movie called Motor City. And it looks and sounds like a great movie that I can cycle during. I love when I'm at home on Saturday morning taking a live Peloton class with Matt Wilpers. I will not take live. Him and DT Shaw. I will not take live with anybody else. And there's an hour-long class. I get on my bike. I put on an action movie that I barely want to pay attention to, or whenever Peloton gets preachy, I can look up and pay attention to. That's how I watched Alan Richardson. Speaking of Alan Richardson, the Netflix movie War Machine. And then when that twist hit, you could not have paid me to pay attention to the Peloton class. I was like, whoa. Because I don't watch trailers and I don't read synopses. I watch like 5 seconds of the trailer and I go, okay, I'll watch it. But man, I like that twist in War Machine. To me, it was a twist. I don't know about everybody else. To me, it was a twist. Molly Shannon was there. She's in that new. I didn't know this show with Will Ferrell on Netflix, The Hawk, I think this was called. I did not know it was a show. I thought it was a movie because Netflix put their advertising weight behind that. It's a golfing show. It's a show about a golfer, and so I watched golf, and he was at a golf tournament. And then you see him everywhere doing ads and all this stuff. I'm just thinking, who is this for? Is this a movie? It's gonna be a big movie. No, it's a TV show. It's a 10-episode series. Jake Johnson was there as well. John Bernthal, friend of the show, Stephanie Sue. I've interviewed her before. She will not remember it. Matt Damon and Rebecca Lowe. Then finally on The Daily Show, as I said last week, they were back last week, rather. I don't think John hosted last Monday, but Ronnie Chang took over duties hosting, and he spoke to Ann Martin. Grace Clunan-Schmidt put out a bunch of stories, a combination of stories about tech, under tech, yeah. Ronnie also spoke to Mayor Aftab Purival from Cincinnati, I guess. And then Aaron Chin from The Dink was also featured in the interview. And then Jordan Klepper talked about AI in midterm political ads. Jon Stewart came back this Monday, where he spoke about Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell. He also sat down to talk to Christopher Nolan. You like how I fixed that? About the Odyssey. Speaking of advertising weight, the Odyssey got a lot of that, obviously, because it's a giant movie. I am trying to go. There's the only IMAX 70 millimeter theater in the greater Atlanta area is outside of Atlanta. It's in Buford, Georgia. It's at the Mall of Georgia. I've been there before. I saw Oppenheimer there. And the Odyssey there is there. I would love to go at 7:15 in the morning on a Tuesday. Truly, I'd go at 7:15 in the morning any day. But on the weekend, those are filled. And during the week, I start work at 10. I did the math. I cannot make it back before 10:30. So it has to be, if I were going to do that, it would have to be like, man, it'd have to be like a Tuesday or a Thursday where I don't have a lot of stuff going on at work. And then I could just pop up and be like, hey guys, I've been here the whole time. But I'll have to figure it out. I will not go at night. That's not happening. I'm not driving an hour and change, and then sitting in the theater for roughly 3+ hours because of the trailers, and then driving back home another hour. That's not happening. But what I will do is leave the gym early, feed the pets, take back a little walk, go there, and drive in morning traffic towards Buford. Yeah, because it wouldn't be that bad. Driving, it will be, but whatever. So drive like 45 to an hour in traffic, sit and watch the movie, and then try to make it back at 10:30. It's 2 hours and 52 minutes. Let's pretend it's, and I'll get back to the Daily Show in a second. Let's pretend it's AMC. I saw Moana 2026, Moana live action, at AMC, and the trailers for on Tuesday, and the trailers for that were roughly 22 to 23 minutes because I walked in during the last trailer. I tried to look up Regal's trailers, and there's not a lot of data, just like a lot of guesstimates, like 20 to 30 minutes. So let's pretend it's 30 minutes. That puts me at 7:35. The movie starts 2 hours. That's 9:35, and then 52 minutes. I will not be able to make it back. It's like 10, 20, 10, 15, 10, 20. And then 45 minutes home. I'll get here at 11. I can't make that happen. So I might have to see this Odyssey at just like my regular old movie theater. I will say, though, seeing Oppenheimer in that IMAX theater, when the bomb exploded, that was life-changing. I also said that about Minions and Monsters. I love Minions and Monsters. It's so good. It's my favorite animated movie of the year. And I did see Toy Story 5. Anyway, Michael Costa hosted for the rest of the week. And he sat down with Beth Kobliner. And then a lot of the correspondents did something about Lenny Kravitz's penis, I guess. Costa also spoke to Molly Shannon. John Leguizamo, came and did an op-ed piece about Supreme Court of the United States' birthright ruling and the right-wing freakout that followed. Jay Johnson came by to talk about the Dink. Is that on Apple TV right now? And then there was a sports war with Desi and Michael Costa. Let me check Apple TV because I don't know if... oh, God, I'm on the iPad, and the iPad is on the podcasting personal view, and I just don't know how to get back to. Maybe I'll just use the Mac. Okay, let's see. Apple. Nope. Just type in TV because I am on the Mac. You can tell there's not a lot to talk about this week. I was on Apple TV about an hour ago, and I did not see the Dink. I saw Lucky. Not a lot of people of color in the shows and movies they have here. Scrolling through, I see Lucky. I see The Reluctant Traveler. I see Slow Horses. I see The Morning Show. Not a lot of... I see Trying, Platonic. I don't see any colored person at the top here. Oh, Dark Matter's coming back. I read the book. I think I read the book when the book came out, and I loved it so much. And then I heard this TV show was being made, and then the first season came out, and I did not watch a second. All right, I'm done. Sorry. Hey, let's get into this. This is from Late Nighter, written by Jed Rosenwig. Here are the final late night ratings for Q2 2026. Now, that was a very important quarter. It was the last time we will ever see the Late Show and in that brand. And it's the first time we are seeing Byron Allen's... what is that show called? Byron Allen... Oh, God. Byron Allen. This is Comics Unleashed. Oh, my... I would not have gotten that. I was going to say like Laugh Me Silly or something like that. But this is a big quarter because it's the last time we will see that brand Late Show. And I don't care what... I think Paramount, somebody at Paramount or CBS said, we don't know. We might do a different version at some point. I don't know. We will not you have lost the faith of the viewers. And if it weren't for Ghosts and Big Brother right now, I wouldn't be having Paramount Plus. But I like Big Brother. I kind of. I'm attracted to a lot of women on Big Brother. We also have a newcomer for the time period of Q2 2026, and in fact, the newcomer is gone. The FIFA World Cup show with James Corden. That show came and went, and it aired its final episode, I believe, last week. Let's check out these ratings. This is according to Nielsen Live +7 ratings data. That's live the day it airs, like Monday, and then a week after. The most important is live plus same day, and then live plus 3 day. That's the most important one. That I don't know if networks still look for that, but that was huge. That was huge. Live plus same day and live plus 3 day. And I remember when they started counting Hulu data. Then Nielsen started counting Hulu data with that, and like TiVo data, years and years and years ago. And that was always, that's how I learned what Nielsen ratings were, like live plus 3 day. I'm like, whoa, a show can go from 800,000. I'm just saying a number, 1 million viewers to a 1.8 million viewers. So Colbert finished the quarter as the most watched late night program, averaging 3.49 million viewers across 25 first run episodes that air on CBS. That marked a 29% increase over the first quarter. The show also posted the quarter's largest demo again, averaging 358,000 adults 18 to 49, which is up 54%. It was also nominated for Emmys, which it was no duh. But also, don't just give it to him because, you just don't give it to him because that. Give it to people, shows that are the funniest and deserve it. Seth Meyers. Those averages were lifted by Colbert's 3-week farewell run, culminating, and May 21st finale that drew 9.77 million viewers, the show's largest weeknight audience ever. The last time that happened was Colbert's 2016 post-Super Bowl broadcast, which had more live +7 viewers. By share, however, the finale surpassed even that episode, with 33.32% of people watching television at the time tuning in for Colbert's swan song. The finale averaged 1.58 million adults, 1849, which is the demographic you want, and posted a series high 26.12% demo share. People were very interested in supporting Colbert right up until the end, and even right after with the stop. Hey, go to your crate. Go to your crate. Go to your crate. Jesus, it's been like this all fucking day. Go to your crate now. Go to your crate. It seems mean, but he's been barking all day. We've done a lot. What was I talking about? I don't know anymore. ABC's Jimmy Kimmel Live ranked second at 11:35 p.m. in total viewers, averaging 2.73 million, up 8% from quarter one. The show averaged 319,000 adults 18 to 49, and a 25% increase. People love voicing their dissent with their views, which is good. You want this is how you want people. This is a part of the way you want people voicing their opinions. This is, it's kind of like I made the joke about Trump saying Islamic Republic of Japan or whatever earlier, talking about how he's mad at Sony for the PlayStation discless thing. But people are, every time Sony has posted something in the past, ever since they've made the announcement, people have just been like mad about the disc thing. Like every news story I've seen about PlayStation, I guess, since that day has been about the the disc stuff, the discless stuff. Excuse me. Kimmel's quarter was shaped largely by an unusually strong June. 4 June episodes following sports coverage each topped 700,000 adults 18 to 49. Kimmel's very good friend Howard Stern laid off a bunch of people and is going down to 1 episode a week. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon also improved. They had 1.39 million total viewers, up 4%, and 211,000 adults, 18 to 49, up by 19%. We're going to skip over Gutfeld. The Daily Show averaged 1.18 million viewers, up 4%, while its demo slipped 6% to 246,000. I wonder if any of this data rather is including YouTube views. Because you'll often see how clips do extraordinarily well. Now, let's get about Comics Unleashed. The first run 1135 edition of Comics Unleashed averaged 840,000 total viewers and 93,000 adults 18 to 49. The second episode that repeats at 12:05 a.m. averaged 562,000 viewers and 66,000 in demo. Who is watching this show? I can't imagine. What I assumed would happen would be, people just turn off CBS after Marshalls or whatever the heck is on. I'm interested in Marshalls. I do want to watch that show. I did watch the Yellowstone TV show. I have not seen any of the spinoffs. There's 3 spinoffs, and the Madison is a spinoff. It's in the world of Yellowstone, but they shot 2 seasons back to back, I think, and yet no mention of Yellowstone. If it's set in the world, just mention it. Did you guys hear what happened to John Dutton? He killed himself. That's it. That's all I have to say. That's all they have to say. Also, spoiler alert. He was off the show. That's how they got him off. I don't know. I don't know one person who watches Comics Unleashed, and maybe it's Insomniacs who they go, I don't want to see Seth Meyers, and they just turn on Comics Unleashed. Speaking of which, where's Seth Meyers? Okay. Seth Meyers averaged 974,000 viewers, down 3%, while increasing 6% in the demo, 148,000. Oh, here it is. FIFA World Cup on Fox After Hours with James Corden. For its across 13 first-run episodes, the program averaged 632,000 total viewers and 201,000 adults, 18 to 49. Its run extends into Q3 and is scheduled to end July 19th. No, I thought it ended already. So they're having an episode on Sunday. Wait, today's 17, tomorrow's 18. So having an episode on Sunday after the final game, the final match. Who's going to pay attention to that? The match is going to air at 3 p.m. And then what? They're going to air this show live? People will support these hosts, their favorite hosts, especially when there's dissent in the world towards the current regime. And as long as these shows continue to put out consistent jokes and work against the anti-establishment, as long as they continue to talk about Trump, they will continue to have these viewers. And that's it. I'm done. Look, if you like what you heard here, head to the website, cpluscomedy.com, where you can see me talk to famous people. I just put out an interview with Francisco Ramos over there on youtube.com/cpluscomedy under a show called The Interviews. I had it first. I had it before New York Times. I've had it well before New York Times. Who's more successful? If you want to see a video version of this show, as well as video versions of the other podcasts, LinkedIn Logs, the Jobs and Business News podcast, and Constitutionals, the Entertainment Business News show, go to youtube.com/C+Comedy, where you can also see a video version of everything else, whatever, who cares. Subscribe to the shows or your podcast. Follow us on social media, Blue Sky, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at C+Comedy. Me on those platforms at Chad Black White. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.